Alright, so we're going to talk about some more flat earth stuff here. This whole entire conversation, for the majority, until we get towards the end, is going to revolve around the idea that we have an iron core inside the earth. Now, they can't say that it's iron for sure. I mean, no one's dug a hole that deep to actually know and find out what's really down there, but it's definitely some kind of metal. We have a magnetic field. If the field did not exist around Earth, your compass wouldn't work. This core is also extremely hot, and this core is what keeps the lava hot. The lava pools begin to accumulate and the lava comes out. Things are bad, sometimes really bad. They cause mass extinctions, sometimes it can cause an ice age. It's not good news most of the time. This is also how islands are formed, things like that. This same lava bed under the Earth's crust is what the tectonic plates sit on. When they begin to move, that's what earthquakes are. These occur at the fault lines of where tectonic plates meet. When you have plates coming together, you have two stronger plates, they're going to hit each other and begin to rise up against each other, creating mountains. And sometimes you might have a weaker plate that might go underneath, and now you have a trench or a canyon per se, something like that. Now, on the flat earth model, this is where everything begins to fall apart. You have this flat disk with nothing in it. So I have to ask you, okay, if there's nothing inside the earth keeping it warm, then what's keeping the lava hot? And where's the lava coming from? How does that work? How do you account for earthquakes? What causes those? How are mountains formed? How are canyons and trenches formed? How does this stuff work? Explain how your compass works. If there's no iron core, if there's nothing metal that's generating the magnetism, then how does it work? You can't stick a magnet to yourself. We're not made of metal. But if there's no iron core, then you cannot have your magnetic gravity. So there's two other arguments with gravity that I want to talk about. One of them is plausible. The other one is just ridiculous. There's 2 points in this whole flat earth argument / debate that are valid. And one of those things I mentioned in my first video and in the second video is that when you look out, it looks flat. That's number one. Number two is that because an object is denser than the air that's below it, it's going to fall. That is very true. Anything heavier than air is going to fall due to gravity. Without gravity, why would it fall? It is denser than all the air. Why does it fall down if gravity isn't real? And then if you take two objects, even at different weights, you drop them in a vacuum chamber where there's no air, they fall at the same speed. They still go down. That kills that idea. The only one that is plausible is the idea that we're moving up at 9.8 meters per second squared. Now I'm assuming everyone knows things fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. If we were speeding up at that speed, we would be stuck to the earth, and that would work because that would simulate gravity. It just begs a lot of questions. First of all, if we're traveling at 9.8 meters per second squared consistently upwards, where are we getting the energy from to do so? And wouldn't we be traveling at the speed of light by now? And if we are accelerating upwards at 9.8 meters per second squared, how come we don't feel it? Like, for example, if you're in a car and somebody hits the gas, you're going to get pushed into your seat. And then I also have to question, what are we traveling through? If space isn't real, what are we going through? So there's that. And then there's the idea of conservation of momentum. In other words, when you jump, you are lent the momentum of the earth, the atmosphere, the air, everything moves with the earth. This is just how this works. But this is something that the flat earth community doesn't believe in. Okay, fine. So if you were speeding up at that speed and then you jumped and you did not retain the momentum lent to you by earth, you would be flattened like a pancake by the earth coming up at you at 9.8 meters per second squared. So there's that. It doesn't work. All matter attracts matter. The earth is really big, so we're stuck to it. It's not that we're just stuck to the ground. We're as close as we can get to the center of the mass, which is the core, and we don't want to be there because it's really hot. Once again, this whole thing is debunked. Flat earth is debunked. If you want to have a discussion, I'm cool with that. Just don't be trolls, people. Present me a model. And what I spoke about in this video, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, how your compass works, where's the lava coming from, what's keeping it hot, how does your downward force work, you know, whatever we're calling gravity in your case. If you could do that and you could put all that in one model, then I'll be willing to have a discussion with you and I'll continue to guide you in the right direction. If you're really that misguided and you really do not know that the earth is round, so you don't continue to look foolish in a community of people who are just fools. Go look at the comments on my first video. The people that are promoting this stuff are a bunch of trolls. If you agree that the earth is round, smash the like button. If you like this video, smash the like button. For the 2 reasons I just mentioned, hit the subscribe and I'll talk to y'all later.